seen the historical book here in Multnomah? You want one historical book?
No.
Well, you should see it.
Yeah, somebody told, I think you told me about that. Multnomah Historical Society, was that?
They have it up there, Danny Blues.
I probably leafed through it, but we don't have one.
It tells about this.
So, is that when your dad started the...
My dad started a barbershop in this town August 15th, 1933, right next to Fat City Restaurant.
Yeah, okay.
In 1944, there was a fire, and he got burned out, and he moved down here and bought this building in 1944.
34, okay. Then 37, you started...
That's when I started grade school up here at Multnomah Grade School.
Oh, okay.
At that time, they were running the freight train. The passenger service had quit, but they were running the freight train at that time, and I do remember that.
Okay. Now, do you remember if it was electric? Did it have the...
It was electric, yes. Yeah, it was electric.
Okay. And were there businesses along here that had tracks and that they stopped for, like down...
There really weren't any really businesses except down here where Marco's is, you know. That was a store.
Yeah, okay. But they didn't have anything like a freight dock. Some of those buildings over on the other side there, on the to the east, looked like they might have had a dock for a boxcar or something. But
could have. I don't remember that.
So then the tracks went out and split at Garden Home, right?
Right.
Was there anything out there that you remember?
I don't remember anything out there, no. But they did split, didn't they, out there?
Yeah. And then some old stuff showed the old track had a huge trestle.
Right. Yeah, there was a trestle out there, yes. But I don't know where it was at.
Okay. You don't remember
Nope.
seeing that? When did they rip the tracks out?
They stopped running the train close to the time the Second World War started.
Okay. And then sometime after that
And the Multnomah Boulevard went down to 45th and ended. The railroad right-of-way stayed just the way it was for many years. Finally, they put Multnomah Boulevard in and extended it all the way to Garden Home.
Oh, okay.
And then all of these businesses down there started.
Oh, okay. So they were just like old ties and things there for a long time.
I think they took the ties out.
It was just a right of way.
I think so. Of course, you know there was another train that branched off and went into Hillsdale. Did you know that?
Oh well, yeah, the one that went on Bertha there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Was that around when you were young?
No, but I remember the right-of-way.
Okay.
We lived just up above it on Canan there.
Oh, okay.
And the old right-of-way was still down there. I know where it's at. You know, it's filmed. You can still see it if you know where to look.
Yeah, I can see some of the streets over there are real flat and have a little curve to them. Now with Google, Google Satellite, you can look at that and kind of eyeball it, squint a little bit, and you can see where a lot of it went that way too. That's pretty interesting.
Well, the road down there, just up above Good Cove, the road washed out, you know, and washed out down onto that right-of-way, and some houses were damaged.
Oh, this recent washout thing?
Yeah, the street still doesn't go through.
Oh,
Still doesn't
okay.
go through. They
So that was
repair it. That was right above this right-of-way we're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Just up above Good Cove there off of 42nd Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live right on top of the hill there in Canan.
Okay. So they just ran a few freight trains
Right.
along here.
Right. And it was veering down. That was the end of it. But at one time it was quite an enterprise, wasn't it?